So today we'll be talking shade sails. I've got one mounted above our pool here, and it's mounted to the house and to some trees in my yard. You can see here, I think this one's, you can probably see the paracord for this one. You can see on mine, one corner broke off, so I'm going to show you today just how to repair that and generally how to mount these shade sails. So here's our new paracord. This is what I've been using for years. I've had this shade sail mounted for probably 10 years now, and every once in a while the paracord breaks, it wears out, weathers. We have some rough storms in South Florida, so every once in a while it breaks. So I'd buy a new roll of this every, I don't know, every year and a half or so, $7. Not a bad deal. Everbuilt, make sure you get some paracord that will hold a pretty decent load. You'll see here that this holds a 160-pound working load limit, because the shade sail will pick up a lot of wind and will pull quite hard. So you can't just use some basic little twine or string. That won't hold a shade sail. Generally, how most of these shade sails works is that at either end of the mounting points, you'll have a U-clamp where the paracord, the string, the rope, whatever you want to call it, goes through. You'll see here. So it goes through, gets clamped down with this U-clamp, and that holds it really tight. And the shade sail has a nice big ring on the end. At the other end is another U-clamp, and then on that, what I've installed is a turnbuckle. So this is an outdoor turnbuckle fastener, and allows me to connect this to the point at which I want to string it up to, and allows me to kind of adjust the tautness of the shade sail. And so since our string has come unraveled here, our paracord is broken and came down in one of the storms we had, we're going to replace this bit of paracord, string it back up, and we'll show you how that's done. So removing this string is pretty simple. At the end with a turnbuckle, I'm basically just going to take the U-clamp, take an 8mm socket wrench, loosen up the U-clamp, and pull the string through. There we go. And there's our turnbuckle and U-clamp. I want to save these. And then we'll pull this to the other end, and we'll do the same thing on the sail itself. On the sail end, we'll do the exact same thing. We'll loosen the U-clamp. And now we're ready to put a new paracord on this corner. Once we've got the paracord cut to length and sealed on the end, we simply want to string it through the hoop and the U-clamp here. So first run the new end through the U-clamp, and then through the mounting loop on the shade sail itself. And then, very important, this is how the U-clamp works, take the end again and run it back through the U-clamp. Might have to loosen the nuts on the U-clamp a little bit to get that new sealed end to go through. There we go. Tighten it up by hand a little bit. And then we're going to ratchet this down pretty tight, because the other end is going to go on the mount on the tree where we mount it, and we can adjust the tightness on the other end, the tautness of the line. Okay, so we're up on the ladder in the tree, showing you how we're mounting this end of the paracord. This cord, of course, runs down our shade sail, and you'll see all I've done is I've pulled it nice and taut. And at this end, I'm again using another U-clamp. So I've run the cord through the U-clamp, through the eye of what's called a turnbuckle, and then back through the U-clamp. And I've left some extra cord. That's really important. When you come up here and you want to mount this, the extra cord allows you to tighten the U-clamp enough that it kind of holds the cord a little bit, and then you can pull this cord and pull it nice and tight on the sail through the U-clamp and hold it with one hand while you crank down the U-clamp with the other. Now, the turnbuckle gives you extra adjustment. So a turnbuckle is simply a fastener. You can get them at Home Depot or Lowe's. This is an outdoor fastener. It allows you to hook to something and then allows you to turn this to tighten this even more or loosen it more as much as you'd like. Now in my setup, I've got my shade sail connected to trees, palm trees in my yard. I've got paracord around the palm trees, and I've got a nice heavy-duty carabiner connected to the paracord, and then I just simply lock the turnbuckles to that carabiner. What that allows me to do is in climates like South Florida where you have hurricanes, lots of storms, allows me to quickly get a ladder out, come up the tree, unhook this, just pull it a little bit, unhook it from the carabiner. I can take the entire shade sail down in a matter of minutes. Now where I've connected my shade sail to my house, I've got it connected through a fascia board. And you'll see here that I've got an eye hook, an eye screw that goes through the fascia board. I've got a turnbuckle there that allows me to adjust this corner whenever needed. And again, I've got some U-clamps connecting a short piece of paracord that connects the hook in the shade sail itself. The same on this other side. So mine's a square shade sail. Again, a turnbuckle, a U-clamp going to an eye hook through the fascia board. Nice and tight. Hasn't caused me any problems in the 10 years I've had it connected here. So here it is after it's been mounted, and you can tell that it's up again. Pretty simple. Repairing a shade sail that's come down is pretty easy. It only takes about 10 minutes. All you need is, again, paracord and any fasteners that have either broken or come apart and fallen off. So just run down to a Home Depot, Lowe's to pick those up. They're only a few dollars. The hardest part about putting up a shade sail is really the initial mount itself. Again, I've got trees in my backyard, which certainly helps. It allows me to connect to, these kind of natural spots. But you'll see that, in the instructions in any shade sail, it'll tell you to kind of mount these to poles. So if you don't have trees, you're going to need to install some poles, in the corners of your yard, wherever you kind of need to install them to get the shade sail up. And again, they come in different shapes. So mine's just a simple square. It's a little dirty, needs to be cleaned. But if you have a triangle, you're going to have, two mounts of the house, one away, or whichever way you choose to install it. So that's about it, guys. Please like if you think this was helpful, and subscribe. Thanks a lot.